We're here at the Tooz booth today.
My name is Frank. I'm the managing director of Tooz Technologies. We are, since 2 years, we are 100% owned by Zeiss, and it's our second show where we have a booth together with Zeiss, and we have joined forces to bring prescription to any XR device. Here you see, for example, we work with RayNeo. It's a Chinese manufacturer of, we call it AI glasses. So these are glasses that don't have a display, just a camera and a speaker. You can talk to them, and we offer the prescription for these glasses. So you can order them with prescription from us. So outside in the sun, it turns dark. If you use them with display glasses, and I will show you around the corner, then it's really powerful, because if you have the virtual image and you go outside, you normally have to tune up brightness very high, and that drains the battery very fast. So you have an outside layer that turns dark. You don't need to tune up the brightness so high, and then you save a lot of battery. That can be at least a few hours more battery life for glasses with display.
I've already seen them in eyewear stores sold here, right? So very different from Europe.
Exactly. So I think in Europe there's only very few stores who sell smart glasses, but that will change. I think the China market, you have about 30 different brands now selling these AI glasses.
You can make an eye test there and then integrate the prescription and buy everything in the same store.
Exactly. So because I think we at Zeiss, we offer both an online and an offline buy flow, we call it. So if you are a consumer and you know your prescription and you have a recipe from your doctor or from your ophthalmologist, you can upload it, and then you can get the glasses via mail.
Yeah.
But if you don't know your prescription, you go to the store, and then we can support you with this, we call it offline buy flow, with our ECPs, eye care professional. So the eye care professional partners take your prescription and transmit it to us, so we can build the solution. This is our original own waveguide that has basically the beauty of, do we have the Essence Slim as well? So this is our solution for normal looking glasses with display.
Yeah.
And basically the beauty of this is that it's really slim, lightweight, but has a display. And we can manufacture this in a normal eyewear process. So we have something we call a puck, which is a thick plastic part where the waveguide is already in. And then if we know your prescription, we mechanically surface the backside, which is done for every individual eyewear. And then we can put it in a frame, and you have a waveguide and prescription at the same time. And here, as I said, the compatibility to the normal process, how eye care professionals bring your individual glasses to you is a big benefit of this one.
And I think you partnered with Adidas for a while.
Yeah, we had a showcase with them.
Yeah.
It was mainly Rantastic.
Yeah.
That is an Adidas app brand. So I don't know whether you see the virtual image in this one, but where?
No.
Yeah, is it working?
Yeah, now I can see it.
It's difficult to focus.
Yeah. But it's there.
It's there, so it's not a fake. It's working.
So this is with microLED?
Yeah, this is a microLED green, because that's the one with the best efficiency power to light. As OLED is less bright, you see our outcoupling structures.
Yeah.
And if you use microLED, you don't see them.
Oh wow!
So the difference is basically here we have more light, so we don't need to have such a visible structure. But the beauty is that now we have a micro LED color display we show on the next station, and then we can have invisible structures with color. So
because I was always wondering, what is the path here, right? Because it was very visible, and maybe that's also why they are not yet adopted in the market.
People don't want to have a visible structure. Here we have with 0 diopter, and you saw we have -2, -3, -4, up to -10. So what is good, -10 is a lot of power. So we have people here at the booth, they tell us that for the first time they see a virtual image, because they never had the possibility with their -10 diopter to wear anything, because there was no solution for them. But here I have 0 power, because I see you don't need any power, you don't wear glasses at the moment.
I only need contact lenses.
So this is a color demo, I don't know whether you see it.
Yeah,
You see virtual image?
Yeah, I can see it.
And the beauty here is I can, it's also photochromic, so I can turn it dark like the one you saw before. So then you have higher contrast outside. So this is how you save battery life. So the photochromic is much more powerful if you combine it with a display solution than if you just do it basically on a normal glass where there's no display. So this is what we think is the future for prescription in eyewear. This is the latest North Ocean color waveguide. And I can also tell you the display inside is from Raysolve. You might have met them because they are the only ones currently that can supply us with volumes of single panel microLED displays. I know you see a lot advertised here that they in principle have samples, but they ship you one sample. But they shipped us as many as we want, so that's why we combined it for our demo. With the flat waveguide, we assembled something that we call push-pull stack. The push-pull stack is something where you embed the waveguide in two plastic lenses. And the beauty of having two lenses is that you basically can correct the virtual image independent of the real world image. Because the lens on the back side that's towards your eye, you can make for perfect vision of the virtual image, and then the lens on the outside that doesn't see the virtual image can just be the difference between the correction you need for the virtual image and for the world. So you have different correction for both, and that's why you can have both sharp at the same time. And this is why two lenses is better than just one behind, because then you have to somehow make a compromise.
Yeah, I see.
So basically, you know the planar waveguide. This is just an example. It's a North Ocean waveguide, and now the push-pull stack is basically you embed this waveguide into two plastic lenses. And I also have the two plastic lenses separately. So this is the front. I think I have the wrong waveguide here, because normally this shape of the lens and the waveguide should be the same, so it's made for another waveguide. But this is a molded part with a defined power, and this has now 0.5 diopter power. So it's a very small power, but it's basically enough to move the image from infinity to 2 meters. But we offer any kind of curvature of this and any distance. So we discuss with the customers which distance they want for the image in the end. And we think moving the virtual image from infinity to closer is really important, because if you see these marketing videos of AR glasses, they often have use cases where you need the image closer. For example, cooking is a very favorite use case where you cook something and you have the recipe here, but if the recipe is infinity and your salad or whatever you do is here, then you always have to refocus between the recipe and your salad, and that's cumbersome, and it's a huge range of focus between this salad and the infinity. Or the other use case, you have live translation. So you read a menu in the restaurant, and then you get the subtitle what the menu is, and then you see the subtitle infinity and the real menu in. So you always have to refocus. So that's why we recommend to put the image closer, that at least there's only very small refocus or none. So we put it in 2 meter, but you can have 1 or 3 meter. That's depending on what customers think is important for them. And with this molded lens, we have a design that's a split. For each shape of the waveguide, we design a lens that's basically in this shape. It's flat at the edge, because you have to. If you have a spherical lens that's like a sphere, and you cut any shape, then it's not flat. If you don't cut a round shape. And then you have different gaps on each side, but you want it perfectly flat on the surface of a waveguide, so you have to design a lens that is flat in the shape of the waveguide. So for each waveguide we have a specific lens, but it's one lens per waveguide, and we basically attach it, and in a way that there is no, that it protects the structures. And then we have a package where the waveguide and this front lens already protects all the structures on the waveguide, and we can add an individual lens in the back. This is a very thick backside lens, but it's still it becomes a sandwich with the front side lens, and this is what we surface to your individual prescription. So at the end it's thin again, but it's basically individualized. So this front part is a standard one and the back part is individualized. And this is how we built the stack.
So I'm wondering now, the waveguides that are very popular now is this 1-to-2 structure where you have in the nose bridge a display engine, and then you have like this huge waveguide for both eyes. Can you also make something for this?
Yeah, I think we can do the same. So we make a front shield, the same huge size that we injection mold, and that has basically where the eyes look through has this prescription. So it's similar to the one I have now hidden here somewhere. So basically you can, this is flat here but curved. I think the curvature is so low you don't see it. But we can extend this flat area as much as we want, and then just have a curved area in front of the eyes. And we will make a large shield for the front, and then we make individual lenses for the back, different for left and right. So it's the same principle.
And you say you make this, but where do you make this?
So we have a dedicated factory for our XR product in Guangzhou in China. But in principle, as we are part of the Zeiss group, Zeiss Vision, our lens department, has 8 factories where they make ophthalmic lenses in the world. So they're distributed. One, and another large one is in Mexico. We have a large one in Europe, so we can make it close to the customer. But currently, as the biggest market demand is in China, we focus on China for manufacturing these lenses.
And where would you integrate it? Because so some people say it's best to make everything in the same factory, right? So you ship the whole thing with prescription to the consumer, and if you make the glasses in China, then you ship everything around the world. Or would you say it's better to have, like, as you said, you have 8 factories around the world, ship the glasses and then integrate it somewhere else?
In the standard lens business, we integrate close to the consumer to save time. But in principle, our global factories are set up that each factory can make everything. So we can shift demand where there is most capacity to do something fast. This is for the normal lenses. And for the XR product, as we have additional processes, we currently have the only factory who does it is in China. But if demand increases, we can get closer to the customer. But already today, we can ship from China to consumers everywhere in the world within 2 days. So that is already very fast, I think. And as you know, because it's public knowledge, we make the optical inserts for the Apple Vision Pro that comes from the China factory to consumers everywhere in the world.
To make for all kinds of XR products, everything is made in this factory. And what's the capacity? So can you, if next year we need like lenses for 1 million AR glasses, can you make that?
Yeah, I think currently, I have to check actually, I think we make 120 million lenses a year currently, standard lenses. So if you just want 1 million lenses for XR, that's 1% more, I think that's doable.
Well, that's great to hear, because we expect, I've talked to a startup, Mentra.
It's here, a few booths down the road.
Exactly, so they want to ship many glasses next year. And I think they are not the only ones, right? So the market is expanding.
That's a good news for us.
Yeah.
But we are ready.
Awesome. That's great to hear. So anything you can say about CIOE, because we're here at the expo and it's a big expo.
Yeah, it's really, I think we liked this expo last year. We went here the first time and we were impressed how many companies in China really bring out XR glasses, smart glasses. So I learned that 30 different brands of AI glasses, so without display alone, are already in the market in China. And many, there's only a few yet with display, but many plan to launch one in the next year. So I think we will have about the same number of glasses with display in China. And I think it's a market where you can learn fast. So if you are present in this market and you have so many customers who who use it, you learn better and improve your product faster than if you just have a small scale launch somewhere else in the world.
Awesome. Thanks so much for the interview.
Okay, you're welcome.